Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Beer with Jesus by Rhett. And we're going to start out with kind of some of those intro licks actually, where you can kind of take the B string on the first fret and do a hammer on the third fret. So I'm kind of playing my first finger on the first fret and putting my third finger down with enough force to carry the sound, and then playing another 3 on the B string. And then we do 3 to first fret as kind of a pull off. So kind of playing third fret and then letting your finger fall straight towards the ground to get the sound to carry back. And then open G, and then first fret on the B string, and then open B. And then we go open B and do a hammer on back to first fret, and then open G, and then first fret on the B. And then we go, then we kind of do like a little arpeggio actually, where we play open D, second fret on the G, third fret on the B string twice, and then second fret on the G. And you can kind of add in some bass notes for some of the chords actually we're kind of end up playing actually. So you can play third fret on the low E string for that first hammer on, and that other 3 on the B string. And then you could kind of play third fret on the low E string and then do a pull off with the pinky, and I'm kind of doing third fret or third finger on the low E string to kind of work that out. So I'm playing fourth finger on the B string, third fret, and doing a pull off back to the first fret, and then open G, first fret on the B, and then play third fret on the A string when you do that B string hammer on, and then the open D kind of works itself out. So you got 3 in 1, and I'm doing that hybrid picking, so I'm using my pick for my basses and my fingers for my kind of for the other notes of the lick there. So you might want to kind of play around with that. You could strum through that actually, and the chords that kind of back that up would start on a G major chord. And the way you play G major, first finger goes to the A string on the second fret, second finger goes on the low E string on the third fret, and third finger goes to the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord. It sounds really, really happy. Or you may want to kind of readjust 3 to the B string third fret and put the pinky on the high E string, kind of another G major option there. And then from the G major, we're going to be going to a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string on the second fret, and third finger on the A string on the third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord. That sounds really, really happy. Another option would be to play a C major 9, where you do first finger on the D string second, second finger on the A string third finger on the B string third, and the pinky on the high E string on the third. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major 9. So you want to think about that for your C's. And then from there, we go to D major. Then we play D major. First finger goes to the G string on the second fret, second finger on the high E string on the second fret, the third finger on the B string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord. It sounds really happy. So we're going to have that G, G, C, D. And on the D, actually, through the tune, actually, we hear some cool licks around some D suspended chords. And a D sus, or a D suspended, you take the pinky and put them on the high E string on the third fret, around the D chord. So you kind of hear some licks around that actually, but using the pinky to kind of do a pull off back to the second finger on the high E string is a very, very cool thing to kind of use through the tune. Or you could even lift off the second finger and make it a D sus too. So you may want to kind of play around with kind of saying some stuff on your D chord that way. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you hit the G and just try that out, you'd have down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through our intro. We'd have G down, up, down, G down, down, up, down, C down, down, up, down, D down, down, up, down, up. Now another strum pattern you may want to play around with too would be kind of a long down, 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 up on E. Down, down, C down, 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 D down, 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 G down, 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 C down, or G down, down, up, C, down, down, up, D, down, down, up. And something else you may want to try thinking about adding is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, or the down, 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 up, you could add in bass notes. So on the G, you could do the low E string for your bass, and then kind of keep your down, up, down, up. And on the C, you'd have the A string for the bass. And on the D, you have the D string for the bass. So you may want to kind of use that idea to bass down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, D with the D bass, down, up, down, or you can word as a bass, down, down, G bass, down, C with an A bass, down, D with the D bass, down, up. And then from there, then we'd be going into our verse part, which kind of takes those chords and mixes them up. So we go C, down, down to D, down, down to G, G, C, D, G, G, C, D. But then we go to an E minor chord. And then we play E minor. First finger goes to the A string on the second fret. Second finger goes to the D string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord. You might want to even think about taking third finger and kind of adding them in on the B string third, pinky on the high E third, kind of making an E minor 7 could be a cool option for that too. So we kind of end up on the E minor twice, and then we go back to C, C, and then D. And then from there, then we're going to be repeating that, and then going into our chorus part. On our chorus, we start on G major, but then from the G major, it almost sounds like we go to G/B, which means a G chord, but you use the A string for your bass note on that chord. And then from there, then we go to the C major, and then we go to D major, and then we go back to G, and then G/B, and then C major, and then D major, and then from there, then we go back to the E minor chord. Do that twice, but then we go to a B minor chord. And the way to play B minor, a really easy way to play B minor, we'll be doing first finger on the A string second fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the B string third fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the third fret. And it's kind of like a cool B minor you can use from the A string to the high E string. And then from the B minor we go to an A minor chord. And you may want to think about the way you play A minor. First finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger goes to the D string on the second fret, and third finger goes to the G string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now if you're digging all those drone voicings though, you could kind of use an A7 sus right there. So you could do first finger on the D string second, second finger on the G string second, third finger on the B string third, and the pinky on the high E string third. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds an A7 sus. And then from the A we end up on a D major twice. So we tried our chorus, and we can do this a lot of different ways. If we tried it with a bass down, up, down, up, we'd have G with low E bass down, up, down, up, G/B down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, D with a D bass down, up, down, G with low E bass down, up, down, G/B, C with an A bass, D with a D bass. Then we got E minor, E minor, E minor. Thing at the end of the chorus where we do an E minor, and you might want to just do kind of a down, down, up, or a bass down, up on an E minor, on a D, and then we end up back on a C chord with our whole pattern, and then C, and then a D, and then we end up going back into kind of our intro. Now the weird part is to play along with Thomas Rhett, instead of starting on a G chord though, he's actually starting on an A flat major chord. And I know it's weird because in the video it looks like he's doing a capo on the second fret, because I think he's tuned down a half step, but we're going to put the capo on first fret. At the very beginning, you might still want to kind of kick it off with kind of that intro leg, and that could be kind of a really cool way to kind of intro the tune. Or you could just strum through that, and you could do your down, down, up, down, up, G, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, or you could have bass down, up, down, G, bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, D with a D bass down, up, down, or you could do long down, 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 up, like G, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, D, down, down, up. So you want to think about using those, or you could do a bass down, 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 C with an A bass, down, down, D with a D bass, down, down, up. And then from there, then we'd be going into our verse part. So if we tried that with kind of our bass down, up, down, up, we'd have C with an A bass down, up, down, D with a D bass down, up, down, G with low E bass down, up, down, G with low E bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, D with a D bass down, up, down, G with low E bass down, up, down, G with low E bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, D with a D bass down, up, down, E minor low E bass down, up, down, E minor low E bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, D. back into our verse, or into our second verse. So we tried that with a bass down, down, up, or bass down, up. Then we have C with an A bass, down, down, C with an E bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an E bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an E bass, down, down, E minor E bass, down, down, E minor E bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, D with an E bass, down, down, D with an E bass, down, down. And then from there, then we'd be going into our chorus part. Or if we tried that with kind of our bass down, down, up. The weird part is where we get that E minor D, but you may want to fill it in with kind of a bass down, up, D bass down. We get to that part, so you'd have C with the bass, down, down, D with the D bass, down, down, E minor D bass, down, D with the D bass, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up. When we get to that spot, I know that's a little weird. So you have G with the E bass, down, down, G slash B, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, G with the D bass, down, down, G with the E bass, down, down, G slash B, C with an A bass, D with the D bass, E minor D bass, E minor with an A bass, A minor with an A bass, D with a D bass, C with an A bass, D with a D bass, E minor bass, down D bass, down C with an A bass, down, down C with an A bass, down, down D with a D bass, down, and then from there, then we'd be going back to kind of our intro part. Now, something else you may want to think about if you're kind of interested in doing this more fingerstyle, which is more kind of the sound of the tune. One really easy way to do that is to kind of use some things called arpeggios, which means broken chord. So your thumb becomes your bass player for the E and the A and the D string. Index finger can kind of take the G string. Middle finger can take the B string, and then the ring finger can take the high E string. And you can kind of work a really easy arpeggio by going thumb, index, middle, ring, and kind of working it as an arpeggio. So I'm on the G chord using my thumb for my E string for my bass, and working the index, middle, ring to kind of play the G, B, and E string. And what I like actually through the tune, what can feel really good is going thumb, index, middle, ring, and then coming back middle, index, middle. So now I'm going bass, G, B, E, B, G, B, bass, G, B, E, B, G, B is kind of a little arpeggio. So we tried that through the intro. You'd have G, G, C with an A bass, D with a D bass. And if we tried that idea through our next verse, we'd have the C, D, G with low E bass, G with low E bass, C with an A bass, D with a D bass, G with low E bass, C with an A bass, D with a D bass, E minor low E bass, C with an A bass, D with a D bass. And if we tried that idea through our chorus, we'd have G with low E bass, G with an A bass, C with an A bass, D with a D bass, G with low E bass, G slash B with an A bass, C with an A bass, D with a D bass, E minor with low E bass, B minor with or E minor with low E bass, B minor with an A bass, A minor with an A bass, D with a D bass. And then the weird part on kind of that chorus tag is where we hit the E minor and the D. You may want to do just thumb, index, middle, ring straight through. So you'd have C, D, E minor, D, C, C, D. And then from there, we'd be going into our bridge part. G, E minor, E minor, E minor, E minor, A minor, A minor. And then on the hits, you could almost kind of use your fingers together to kind of get that D, E minor with low E bass, D slash F sharp kind of idea in there. And then from there, we'd be going back into our chorus. And then from there, we kind of go into our outro part, which is almost like little pieces of our chorus. We've got the G, G slash B, C with an A bass, D with a D bass. Other notes to that leg. So that might be a very cool way to kind of end the tune. And then kind of a big G chord. That's the basics of how you can strum through and kind of try some easy fingerstyle with Beer with Jesus. Good luck!